Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. So it's been like 3 months now since I had my veneers crowns done in Turkey, and I thought it would be good to kind of give you all an update. I've had so many kind of questions, and I also wanted to just say thank you because I've had about 2,000 views on YouTube. And I've received so many questions on YouTube and through my Instagram. And it seems that there's so many of you asking similar questions. So I thought it'd be good to kind of answer those questions on a new video, seeing as that they seem to be quite popular questions. I also just wanted to give a quick update on kind of how I've got on with my new teeth, if I've had any issues, because I know how daunting it is before you have your teeth done. And I watched a few kind of 3 months later videos, 6 months later videos, and it was really good to kind of get people's feedback on how the process has been. It can really help you prepare for kind of what's to come. So yeah, I'm gonna start, I think, with kind of how my experience has been over the last 3 months, and then I've made a note of some of the questions that I've received, and I'll go through those after. So I guess first of all, it's good to cover off kind of the first few weeks, because I think they're the most daunting. So the first couple of weeks, I did have some concerns in terms of some noises that I was hearing, and that sounds really strange and not something kind of I expected. So first of all, the first couple of weeks, you will hear some like kind of cracking, popping sounds. And I frantically like searched around on Google, and I did find a few other people were having similar things. So I did contact my dentist in Turkey on WhatsApp, and they reassured me that everything was fine. Obviously the crowns aren't going anywhere, they're not wobbling. The cracking, popping sound, there's a couple of things. So firstly, it could be that they're still setting, so the cement that they use inside to set the crowns could still be setting. Secondly, if you get food stuck between kind of your crowns and the gum, there can be popping sounds there with kind of the food. So I found that actually, if I ever had that issue, I would just give them a quick floss with some string floss, and that kind of issue would go away. But what I have found more recently is if I have really hot food or really cold ice cream, it sometimes does it again. So it could just be kind of the effect on the kind of the porcelain of the hot or cold foods. So yeah, that has got so much better now. So definitely the first few weeks, it was an issue for me, but it's not something I would suggest you worry about. But I just wanted to talk you through that because that was really scary for me, and I hadn't heard of it in any other videos. So yeah, I just thought it was a bit strange, and I thought I was going to have to fly back to Turkey, but no, everything was fine. Second thing for me is my gums. For anyone that's watched my initial video, you will remember that I had quite sensitive gums anyway. So I wasn't surprised that I had some sensitivity around kind of my bottom gum, because that's an area that I suffered with before having my teeth done. So I did go to the hygienist here in the UK. She did a full check of everything, and she said everything looked really good. There was one inflamed area of gum around one of my crowns. So she recommended that I got some ginger gel, which is just some gel that you can purchase in Boots or Superdrug or a pharmacy, and you just rub it into the gum line, and it just soothes that area. So I did that for a few weeks and everything healed up, so I'm not concerned about that anymore. If it does ever flare up, which sometimes it does, especially if I'm like stressed or something, then I just put a bit more ginger gel on and it goes away. So just to reiterate, that wasn't as a result of me having the crowns done, because that was something I suffered with before. So yeah, I just wanted to again share that you might need to kind of treat some areas of gums if you have any flare-ups. So yeah, again, I contacted my dentist in Turkey about that, and he reiterated what my hygienist has said, and just that I should obviously keep the area very clean, and use some ginger gel to kind of soothe that gum area, and that has definitely helped. So one thing to kind of maybe just get some. It's not very expensive, and it can just sit in the bathroom or whatever until you need it. It's just good to have it to hand. So I mentioned I've been to the hygienist, so I would definitely recommend you go to the hygienist a bit more frequently to start with. You want to make sure that your hygiene in the gums and the tooth area is the best it can be to kind of prolong the life of your new crowns, veneers, whatever you want to call them. I go every couple of months because, like I said, I did have some gum issues before having my crown, so I just want to make sure that obviously there's no issues moving forward. And actually things have really improved since I've had the crowns treated, since I've had the crowns placed. My gum health has actually got so much better. Everything feels so much nicer. The great thing as well is I'm actually able to eat much better now. So before having my teeth done, I used to struggle to eat on my right hand side, and that was mainly because like the teeth issues that I had, they were wonky, whereas now I can eat like all around my mouth, and that's amazing. Like, so if nothing else, like, I know I mentioned in my initial video that I didn't necessarily do this just for the cosmetic value, and I reiterate that because I used to struggle to eat so many different foods, whereas now I'm able to eat absolutely everything. Obviously there's a few things you do need to be careful with the crowns. So like apples, I don't bite into an apple. I chop it up into triangles, which actually I like. But I do know somebody I work with had their teeth done in Turkey, and they bite into an apple absolutely fine. So I think it's just preference. Maybe I'm just a bit more cautious because it has only been 3 months. But yeah, I think it's really just about being careful, looking after your crowns, to prolong them as best you can. So in terms of gum health and looking after your teeth, I think that's the key thing that I'm going to keep reiterating because I think it is so important. Like, I've seen videos of people that have had to go back to Turkey because they haven't looked after their teeth and their gums, and then they've had issues with them, like bleeding gums and that kind of thing. I haven't had any of that at all. So since I got back from Turkey, I've had no bleeding. I've had obviously that bit of sensitivity in that sore gum area, but that, like I said, I had that before anyway. So somebody I follow on YouTube, and actually she was a real inspiration for me in terms of when I was making the decision of where to go. She's called Florentina. I'm sure if you type in Florentina and kind of dental, you'll find her. But on one of her update videos, she recommended a really good water flosser, and that is this one. So I purchased it before I went to Turkey, because I wanted to make sure I had it and I was used to using it before I had my teeth fitted. So I would definitely recommend buying one. They look kind of strange, so you'll see it's got this little spout, there's a water chamber here. So there's lots of different options, and this is kind of intensivity level. So there's low to high. Low, it squirts water out quite slowly, and it feels like it's just massaging the gum, which is actually quite nice. And then it goes up in stages to high. The high setting for me hurts my gum. It feels a bit like needles going in. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it works for some. I usually use like the mid-level, and it's a great addition to my kind of hygiene routine. So I use this twice a day. When I wake up in the morning, I take my mouth guard out, give my mouth a rinse with this, then I brush my teeth. In the evening, again, I use this. But what I will add is, my hygienist said to me to make sure I continue to use normal floss. So this is just regular string floss. She recommended that I still use this as part of my daily routine. So every night now, before I go to bed, I will floss with the string floss. and then I'll water floss, then I'll brush my teeth and put my mouth guard in. So that's my routine now. I would say this adds probably a minute or two to my routine, but I know that it's going to help prolong and keep my kind of veneers, crowns in like the best possible shape they can be. One thing I will add as well, and this is something my hygienist told me, is you can add like some mouthwash to this. So if you have sensitive teeth, or you want to treat your gums, you can add some mouthwash to this, maybe just top it up with water, and you can wash your mouth. So that really soothes your gums. So if you do have any gum irritation at the beginning or at any point, maybe add some kind of sensitive mouthwash or some gum health mouthwash into this when you rinse your gums. So I will post the link to this in the comments section, so you can go and order it. It's on Amazon. It was really cheap. I've had it now for about 6 months and I've had no issues with it at all. The charge is really good as well. I usually charge it once a week and that will last me the whole week. Sometimes it can last longer than that, just depends how much I use it. So I mentioned my mouth guard, so I still use this. The dentist told me that I should use it for the first month. I've continued to use it ever since. So it's been 3 months now and I wear this every night without fail. The reason for that is I used to really grind my teeth, and that's probably why my teeth were in the state they were. I don't know if that's an anxious thing or just something I do in my sleep, but I still continue to do that. Definitely not as much as I did before, but sometimes I wake up and I can tell that I've been grinding a bit. So wearing this mouth guard protects the crowns and just make sure I don't damage them. So again, this is so easy to use. It literally just sits in like that. And as you can see, like, you can't even tell that I'm wearing it sometimes. So sometimes I wake up in the morning and I actually forget I've got it on. And it's not till I go to brush my teeth that I remember that I'm wearing it. And then, yeah, obviously just take it out. So when I go back to Turkey, I am gonna get my mouth kind of set again, and I'm going to get a new set ordered, because where I do grind, I found that you can feel by rubbing here that the kind of plastic on this is starting to kind of wear away. So one tip I would say is, when you get these from your dentist, I would actually recommend you get a spare set. You might have to pay for it, but I would say definitely get a spare one, because if this breaks or you drop it or you lose it, you've got no backup. So I wish I had done that. So that's a tip. Do ask for a spare if you can. Okay, so I think that's everything in terms of my experience. I absolutely love them still. So I really love the shape. I'm still so happy with the colour choice that I went with. So I went with BL2 shade. And I've had some people asking me if I'm still happy with that shade. Yes, definitely. So I've had so many nice comments from friends and people I work with that have said how natural they look. Yes, they are very white, but they're not as white as others that I've seen. And I like that, because it looks like my teeth are just white. I don't think that they look really fake. I really like the shape of them. I love the translucency of them. And I'll talk about that in a minute, because I've had some questions on that. So yeah, for anyone that is kind of considering getting your teeth done, if you are really unhappy with your teeth, whether that's because of appearance or because you generally have issues with your teeth where you have to have lots of fillings, lots of crowns, that kind of thing, definitely consider it. I don't have any regrets, and I still can't wait to go back. So as soon as COVID has gone away, if it'll ever go away, this is kind of our new normal now. I am planning to go back to Turkey and have the last 2 teeth. I still have my back 2 teeth that I am going to have them crowned as well, because now I wish I'd had them all done, because I really can tell the difference when I'm eating, or just the kind of look of them. So obviously nobody sees my back teeth. When I smile, you only go back to here. But for myself, I just want them to all be the same. So I'm definitely going to go back. So I think that's a real key kind of testament to them, is that I am excited to go back, and I'm looking forward to having those last 2 teeth done. So yeah, that is my kind of experience so far. Really positive, no concerns. I've had such good feedback, like comments from everybody. So yeah, definitely if you're considering getting them done, I would say don't have any doubts, go for it. It will change your life. It will make you happier. So yeah, that's kind of my experience so far. So I've wrote down kind of some questions here. So BL2 shade, I mentioned just now, somebody asked if I'm happy with them. Do I wish I'd gone lighter? So no, I don't wish I'd gone any whiter or lighter in shade. I really like that they are white, but they don't look so white that they look really fake. A lot of people have said that I look like I've just had my teeth whitened. So I'm happy with that. If you are going for the super white look, obviously I would say go whiter if you want. Once you've picked your shade, you can't change it. So you need to be happy that the shade you pick is going to be what you have for the next kind of 10 to 20 years, or however long the veneers crowns last. I love the BL2, so that's just my preference. So somebody's asked me about the translucent effect that I have on my teeth. So I really don't know if I can show you here. I've got a light here, so it's quite bright. But you'll see just at the bottom of my teeth, there is a slight translucent effect. And that is something my dentist actually recommended, and asked me if it's something I would like myself. I don't know if every dentist in Turkey would offer that, and I don't know if it's something you would have to pay extra for somewhere else. But Dental Excellence, definitely, if you do choose to go with them, it's something you will be offered, and if you're not offered, don't be afraid to ask for it. The reason it was offered to me is because I said I wanted to have a really natural looking kind of finish. So I didn't want all of my teeth to be bulk straight. I didn't want, because I always, no offense to anyone that's had it, I feel that they look a bit like horse teeth when they're just completely straight. Like human teeth are not normally all one size. So I want them to look natural. I don't want it to look completely fake. So you'll see that my front teeth are, they fall down slightly more than the rest. And I did that for a reason. To support them looking natural, the dentist recommended that translucent effect. And I'm so happy that I went with it, because it does help just add that bit of naturalness to them. So yeah, that's how I got them, and that's my experience of them. If you go somewhere else other than Dental Excellence, obviously ask if it's something they can offer. If not, definitely go to Dental Excellence, because it's something that they will be able to give you. What else I get asked? Oh, why did I choose Dental Excellence over the multiple other clinics in Turkey? So for me, I spent hours and hours researching which clinic to go with. Dental Excellence was one of the many clinics that I contacted, but they were the first to come back to me. They were the nicest in terms of the support I got from the initial WhatsApp conversations. Oksana, the coordinator, she was fantastic, like from the get-go. So she answered all my questions, and I had 2 video consultations. So I had one with Dental Excellence, and I had another with a well-known clinic in Turkey. Dental Excellence, the dentist was so nice when I had my video consultation. He took so long to answer all of my questions. He really took the time out to like really make me feel comfortable. And I could tell that he was really interested in making the right kind of smile for me and choosing the right package for me. The other clinic that I went with, they only spent a couple of minutes talking to me on the call. They didn't really seem interested in kind of going above and beyond to make me feel comfortable. It was really, this is what you're going to get and this is how much it's going to cost, whereas Dental Excellence weren't like that. So that is why I chose them. And I'm very happy I did, because when I was in Antalya, we spent some time looking around, like walking around and looking at the other clinics, and Dental Excellence definitely has the best kind of clinic in terms of the appearance and the tech that they use. So the other big known kind of clinic in Antalya is the dental center. Their clinic doesn't look as nice. You can see that on the videos. If you look at a Dental Excellence video compared to a dental center video, you'll see that the difference in the clinic and the staff. Dr. Fati is definitely one of the nicest dentists I've ever visited in my life. He is the nicest guy. I stay in contact with him now. We follow each other on Instagram. He comments on a lot of my photos. I do the same to him, and we still remain in contact. And I think that's great that you can do that. And like again, I'll say I can't wait to go back, not only to have the additional treatment, but to see Oksana and Dr. Fati again, because they're really nice people. So yeah, that's my choice, and that's why I chose to go Dental Excellence. Somebody asked what happened with my existing fillings. So that's a really good question, actually, because I wasn't sure what would happen with that when I went out there. So I had a few teeth where I had fillings, and I had another tooth where I had a root canal. So when I went out there, they prepared my teeth, and where I had some fillings, they did some additional work on those fillings. So I think they just added to those fillings to make sure that the kind of tooth was safe to have the crown over the top. So yeah, that wasn't an issue. I thought that they wouldn't be able to crown a tooth that already had a filling on it, but they could, and that's not an issue. I spent some time with one dentist whilst he sorted out my filling work, and he worked on the area where it had a root canal, and then Dr. Fati crowned that area. So absolutely no concerns there at all. So if you do have fillings, they will work with that, and that won't affect like you being able to have the crowns. So yeah, don't worry about that at all. Somebody asked a really good question, actually, and it's something I was a bit concerned about. So obviously my treatment was close to £4,000, and they've asked how I paid, how did I take the money. So most of the dentists in Turkey will offer you a cash price, and you'll get a cash discount. So I saved, I think, around £300 or £400 by paying in cash. So it's definitely worth taking cash with you. So I took £4,000 in cash out in the UK, and then I kept that in my hand luggage with me. So going into Turkey, I believe you can take 10,000 US dollars with you. So if your treatment is going to be less than kind of obviously the UK currency evaluation of that, then you're going to be fine. So yeah, I took £4,000 in my hand luggage, kept that with me at all times. My first dentist trip, so the first day at Dental Excellence, I asked them if I could just pay so that I didn't have to worry about that money for the rest of the holiday. So they were absolutely great. They said they would take the money, and if I had any issues or concerns during my treatment, then obviously I could get that money back. So yeah, that's what I did, and I would recommend you do that. Obviously, hotels and things, they might have a safe, but £4,000 is a lot of money, and I wouldn't want to risk even leaving that in a safe, because I just don't trust hotel safes anyway. So yeah, pay up as soon as you can if I was you. Obviously, you can also pay in cash and by card, but you won't get that cash discount, which I think is really key, because you do end up saving so much money. Do you need a visa? So If you're traveling from the UK, you don't need a visa anymore. So I've traveled Turkey 7 or 8 times, and I've always needed a visa. But in 2020, the rules changed, and Brits can now go to Turkey without a visa. So no, you don't need to worry about a visa. Yeah, you can travel absolutely fine without that, which is quite nice because it does save you a bit of money. I know that used to cost a small amount when you'd arrive in Turkey. So I think that was kind of the majority of the questions. Obviously, if anyone does have any further questions that they want answering, do let me know. More than happy to help. I still have questions every now and again myself, so I still look at other people's videos, like their 6-month video, their 12-month video. Overall though, like I mentioned, I'm extremely happy with my teeth. I still have absolutely no regrets, love them. I just need to learn to smile a bit more with my teeth because I still forget and hide my mouth, especially in photos. So that's something for me to work on over the next few months, is not being afraid to show off my new teeth. But yeah, definitely if you're considering it, I have no regrets and I would do it again and again, anytime. And like I said, I'm planning to go out again in the next few months, COVID allowing. So yeah, let me know if you have any more questions, add them in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and again, some people message me there, so I'm more than happy to kind of come back to you like that. But yeah, thanks for watching and look after yourself.